Hello, I'm Tara Nolan, transformationtara.com. Welcome to A Life You Love with Tara Nolan and Transformation Business and Life Coach. I want to talk specifically today to women, men, you're welcome to, but for women who are successful and driven in business, but not getting really what they want in life. So, first of all, I know quite a bit about this because for over 10 years, I've been guiding hundreds of driven, successful female entrepreneurs to create greater success in their business while having a more fulfilled life with greater freedom where they can travel and live in the places they want, make higher income levels, but also really create the time for themselves. So I just want to start out by saying, first of all, if you are a professional woman in business, you are an entrepreneur, congratulations in being there and being this courageous and being this strong and taking those steps, because the odds are really stacked against us in so many ways. And it's not that you can't succeed. Obviously you can. You've had a great deal of success if you're part of this group, probably. So if you've had a lot of success in your business, it's just that we have a different set of rules as women. We have a different set of rules to go by. So the deck is stacked against us, and yet you can reach higher levels of success in your business and your life. I know this because I run a business with transformation coaching where I have a group of women who get together in what we call the Magical Manifestation Mastermind, where we talk about how to dominate in our different fields. We talk about how to rise in business and what's going on. But we also talk about how to live the most fulfilled lives and how to redefine success and look at it on our own terms. So we have greater and higher levels of success in our own businesses or professions, but also look at what does that mean in our lives. So the biggest reason women business owners don't feel successful on the inside, even when they often look at on the outside, is because we go, 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 and we just don't stop to see what we really want. Many women just go, go, go because they have to dominate and they're working a little harder to get ahead, to work ahead, to be stronger. And you've got to take the time out and look at, there's a lot of things you wanted to do in your life. There's something that your heart's yearning for that you're not looking at. And we just had a call this morning. My transformation track is Thursdays. We just had this with my manifestation mastermind group. And on Thursdays, we just talk about life. Monday's our business track day where we talk about, how to rise higher in our own fields and really support each other with what's going on. And I do some teaching, but Thursdays is our transformation track and it is personal. And we had one of our clients today talk about that she's not getting the intimacy she would want at this point in her marriage. And I'm not just talking sexual, I'm talking like deep connection, intimacy, like those conversations that feeling of really sharing your life in a deep way with someone. And she was like, but it's fine. It's fine. Like we've been together, almost 30 years now, kids, all of this, it's good, but it's not what she really wanted. Right. And that's what you have to look at. And others that are like, I still want to travel to these places. I still have this home to live, this dream to live on the beach, whatever it is. Like, don't die with the dream inside of you. And that's really what manifests, what our business is all about. Manifesting your dream life and business means that you take the time to stop and look at how you can redefine success in your own terms and what is the vision that you really want to create in your life. What is the dream? Like, what is really working or not working in your life? Because if there's some things in your life that you're not stopping to look at, then nothing will change. You have to actually go after these things, right? You have to make this difference and look at what you want to create. So if I learned anything through the pandemic and in 2020, and so many of us had major changes in our lives, and for some it was really hard and challenging. And I can honestly say, for me, it wasn't that challenging. I don't mean that in any way, except for an honest way. My business didn't change that much. I wasn't under any kind of threat. I run an online business. I can travel and live anywhere while I do this. And I love connecting with people that I do. For example, right now I just moved to our new home north of San Diego, and I was finally had enough of the cold winters, and so grateful that this was able to work out. It wasn't alone; it was with support of the right friends and family and people in my life that I'm grateful for. I think one of them's here, and couldn't have done it without you. But we need to, what I learned through 2020 is we need to find a way to take care of ourselves. And as we get older, which so many of us are, let's face it, we can spend our lives trying to build someone else's success and grow other companies that we work for, and we can be replaced and we can be let go by those getting out of school, those that are, half or a third of our age, and they're coming in with, lower salary needs, salary requirements at the time. And I'm not saying that you need to leave your job and become an entrepreneur, but I'm saying if there is something in your heart that you want to do, that's a purpose that you want to follow, there's a passion that you still have, and you want to do your own business and take it higher, then let your job be your backup plan and let your business be your primary. Let your life be your primary. Because when you're an entrepreneur, you're the boss, so you can't be fired. And you do have that ability to live and travel where you want, to create life on your own terms, and to create the time. Like my daughter is in the most adorable school across the street from here. It's completely a dream. My realtor for this place she said, wow, when you manifest, you don't mess around. Because not only did I find this amazing place that I love, but I was like, okay, I can't do anything till I find out about the schools. And it's like an amazing public sought after school that's literally right across the street. Like, how does that happen? But I knew clarity in my head. I wanted to be able to be in a pedestrian community. So where I could walk around, walk to school, walk to get coffee, something that I couldn't do in my beautiful North Woods. And I'm still keeping my North Woods home because that is so near and dear to my heart. And I will be there in the summer and be able to connect with my wonderful family and friends there and enjoy this place I grew up. That was manifesting. That was getting a clear vision of how I wanted life. I couldn't have done that very easily if I would have been in a company, right? I couldn't have found this if I wouldn't have taken the time to step away and really dream and get clear on my vision. And then even work with someone outside of myself and really remove any blocks that were in place, because there's always reasons that we can't and what we might tell ourselves. So I'm just saying, to truly live an empowered life, women or men, because I see I've got some male friends on here too. It's wonderful to see you. To truly live an empowered life, you have to look at all areas of your life and what you want to create, and be honest with yourself with what's not working, even though we don't always want to look at that, and take the time out to say, what would I need to change if so? And often that does mean stepping into some kind of mastermind or coaching program. I have something for you that's not as serious as that. I have a Manifest VIP day coming up. If you want to take, it's 5 hours in a day. It's a full day, but it's one day that can literally change the trajectory of your life. And I promise that that's true if you show up fully, because I've been doing this work a long time, and people make drastic decisions and just find areas and places that they've been holding themselves back. And again, this is understandable because the programs that we run in our mind tell us, I'm a person that does this kind of job. That's how I was when I was in corporate America before I left to even pursue yoga and traveling. I did this over 10 years ago. That's my first completely manifested a new life. I had manifested a successful sales career, and then I manifested a life traveling the world, hosting yoga retreats. And it was really against the grain and against the program I had in my head, that I was a girl from the Midwest who worked really hard to get ahead and was rising to the top in corporate. And I needed to make great money and be successful on those terms. And it didn't fit. It didn't fit with the program that my brain had set up. So it's really stepping outside of those programs in our brain to not align with who we've told ourselves we are. I'm a person this is what I do in relationships. This is what I do in fitness. This is what I do in career and where I live and what I do. It's really stepping away and being open to something completely new and different. And sometimes that does take someone else. So join me for a day. on March 4th. It's a Friday. And that is, I have the link listed in the chat on many of these channels. I'm live on a few different channels right now. So in Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn, it's listed. I'm also live on Instagram. I will list in the chat after. But if you go to transformationtarot.com, click on events, we have our Power Talk workshop next week, the Thursday, Friday. That's if you want us to help you write your signature talk and you want to attain more clients by speaking. We help you write it over the 2 days. But following that, 2 Fridays later is March 4th. That's the Manifest VIP Day. So both are very powerful events. Choose one that's right for you and what you need right now. But it's time to redefine your own version of success. And I want you to reach higher levels of, revenue generation and business, therefore business income, and dominate in your field, but not in a way where you're not dominating in your life. So let your life, let your heart, let your soul be the driver so you can get completely effing aligned with your purpose. Like I say that effing to be like serious about it. Like align with what you're supposed to be doing in this life. It's called your dharma. It's yoga. It's a yoga terminology from Sanskrit. So it's 5,000 years old of how you reach this higher level of samadhi, which means bliss, enlightenment, like deep level happiness and fulfillment. Like you deserve that. You deserve to live an empowered life. And if you create success on your own terms, you can do these things. There's always a way. Right now you're thinking, she doesn't get me. She doesn't get my business. She doesn't know that I can't do that in what I do. Well, let's just look at possibilities. What if you could? What if there was some way to create something completely new? And that's where we stop ourselves in our thinking and say, no, not for me. I wouldn't be able to. That's when the universe hears us and it is halted. So what if you were to consider another possibility and dream bigger? Most of us dream like a little bit. Like, well, this would be amazing, but it's totally within reach. Like, what do they call it? Your BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goals. Like, what if this could be the most amazing year, not only in your business, but in your life? Like this year, this next year, like the year that you remember on your deathbed, you said, oh my God, the year I made this move in one way in my life. I mean, it could be physical like I did, or it could be, I took a step and started my own business. It could be, I completely changed how I show up in relationships, like whatever it is. This is what transformation is. It's going from the caterpillar to the butterfly. And we all have a bit more of a butterfly in us because we're still here on this planet. And if you're still here in this lifetime, you still have a chance to grow and expand, because that's why we're alive. We're alive to grow and expand. I firmly believe that we actually die when there's no room for expansion anymore. Like there's something going on in life that is halting our expansion or our growth, and we're not able to get any more from it. It comes from Eastern philosophy, so it's not just me, it's based on studies. So, and then you go on to this, beautiful, blissful place in the afterworld, and you have, other opportunities in the future to grow where your soul will continue to evolve. But right now in this lifetime, if you're watching this, you're alive. So if you're here and alive, you're alive for a reason. And that means there's still more for you to do. There's still more for you to do in this lifetime. So with that, I encourage you to open your mind to possibilities and dream even bigger. And I encourage you, if you'd like support, this could change your life. Join me for it's transformationtarot.com/manifest VIP, and the VIP is all caps. So join me for a VIP day, and there's an investment for that day. And that investment can be applied towards a mastermind if you choose to join us afterwards. And if you don't, no problem. You just had a really powerful day that can shape the future of your life. So I hope you join with that. And if you're interested in doing any public speaking or sharing, it is the number one way to attract clients, by allowing them to hear you speak. So we help you write that. If you've ever had any concerns about that, then join for our power talk. Again, you can go to transformationtarot.com, click on events or /events. And it was wonderful to be with you. And I am here in my home in North County, about 30 minutes or so north of San Diego. And it is beautiful. I have this like lush tropical, like, can you see it? Yeah, like view outside my balcony in my living room. And it really reminds me of the view that I have often when I'm in Bali. So it's like, oh my God. And there's so many people here that gave us such a warm welcome. It's been, the universe supports you when you're on the right path, and like opportunities show up. Yesterday, I had a business conference up in Anaheim, right outside of LA. And it was just like driving along the ocean and meeting everyone in person, first of all, is so special versus being on Zoom. And then driving there and back was just like, I thought it was a dream. Sure, there was traffic here and there, but I'm looking at the ocean, the sun setting. It was gorgeous. And of course, I say this to have no jealousy or no look at my life. That's not the purpose ever. It is to say we all should be loving our lives and we all should be appreciating what's there. And if something's not going well, like, look at what you want to change. I just want to inspire you to do that. And I get that it's not always easy to make. It's not at all easy to make these changes. I felt that in every time I made a change in my life. So I send you the love and support to take the next step, whatever that is for you, to go towards the higher level of success and life on your own terms. So with lots of love, I will sign out until I see you next time. Thank you for sharing with me today. Create a life you love with Tara Nolan. Mwah.